Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and it looks like Scott's been busy again out on the West Coast with his flea markets. Those of you that saw that he sent me a little care package of greases and cleaners and some stuff that I frequently use, like metal polishes and the like. Well, I guess he figured, well, put them to good use. We'll go send him some more of my West Coast flea market finds. So we're going to take a look here. We'll see what the latest iteration is of the items that Scott has found. And we'll talk to you a little bit about the history of them, if I know the history of them. And, well, we'll see which ones become videos. So kind of looking forward to this, as I always do with Scott. He always has some interesting reels that show up out in the Los Angeles area. And he's been kind enough to kind of send them my way and to ask me if I couldn't do some magic on them. So it looks like there's a whole host of them in here that should be very interesting reels to pursue. And we'll get started. Before I do that, I want to encourage you all to subscribe to my channel if you like the art of fishing reel repair. If you like to learn a little bit more about fishing reels, and maybe about the manufacturers and who put them together and where they put them together and when they were made. Well, that's kind of what this channel is about, as well as teaching you to do it yourself. So if you have some of these older reels and you're looking to service them, well, I try to provide the guidelines for that in terms of the how-to repair videos. So I would encourage you, again, please subscribe. And if you do hit subscribe, hit that notification button, and well, that'll let you know when and where the reels are that I'm servicing, and it'll help you to make a determination as to whether you want to watch them or not. Now, lately, Scott has been bringing me an assortment of saltwater reels, but that's not the only ones that I work on. I do work on freshwater. I work on bait casting, spinning, trolling, conventional reels, modern reels, and, well, not so modern reels, and Scott's been finding the not so many reels. Well, this is an interesting one. This is the Olympic GVO 30. This is a Japanese-made reel in the 1970s. And we got a little bit of a something going on in there, probably dried grease. These are nice reels. I just did one of his in the last batch he sent me that was an LG VO or VS, I don't remember what, which was, I think, the following generation of this. But this is a very nice reel. I don't think I've done the GVO in my video library, so we'll give that one a try. We'll see how it does. Whenever you're purchasing a used reel, some of the keys to look for. Is it working easily? Well, there's kind of a hiss in the background of this. Not sure what that hiss is, but check to make sure it spins easily. This says an automatic bail flip. I guess, well, this is about the time where they changed over from the bails that would wrap into the side handle to a mechanical flip that was inside, and they're advertising it here. It says automatic and manual bail system. So what they're telling you is, yep, you can do it this way, but if you prefer to flip, throw, and then retreat, you can do that too. Well, I'm noticing, just as I did that this bail is riding low. If you set that bail, you should have much more clearance than you do here. It should give you enough that the line coming off the spool does not hit the top of the bail wire. That's usually because it got bent down. So something happened here. Maybe somebody stepped on it. Maybe it hit a pier rail. Maybe something else happened. But this can be easily adjusted. We'll remove that, and we're just going to just bend it up. It's a wire. It bends. It's very flexible, and we will restore that. All right, next up looks like an Ocean City reel. It is an Ocean City reel. This is the 112, and I don't think that this is part of the marbling of the reel. I'm thinking this got painted over, but I could be wrong. But I've never seen a red and white handle. I've seen the white handles, the torpedo handles. This one's running smooth and easy, but something has gone amiss here, and that is that the back plate of this is cracked. Now, there's nothing you can do really to repair that, particularly a high crack like this where it's not in there. You can attempt to epoxy that. That would be about the only thing you could do to hold it together. if you were looking for any kind of collector value, well, it's kind of gone right there. It's like the precious Chinese vase or something. If it's got a chip and a crack in it, it's worth a lot less. These reels are not worth that much to begin with, and when you see a crack in them, it's even worth less. And what tipped me to that was that the inner trim ring here has been compressed. It would have been by the way that this thing got slammed. You can see I can push it open, but then again, it just widens the crack there. Well, that's... this is going to be an interesting one. You can bend this one back. You can epoxy this. But I may have a donor reel. And actually, Oliver from Germany just contacted me because he's looking for a 112 spool. If I have a donor reel with the side plate that I can use on Scott's reel and get the spool over to Oliver, that would be a win-win for everybody. All right, here's another old one he found. This one's a Pfluger. It's the Pfluger Golden West. It's the 1878. I'm going to have to do some work on this. I'm thinking that this reel was 1940s, perhaps 1950. There is a patented here. It's very hard to read it, but there is a patent pending there. This is what's called a direct drive or a knuckle buster reel. This goes both ways, and we have a free spool that actually detaches the handle. So some of the pen reels did that. I think it was the 79 or the 80 did that. There is no star adjuster. The power of the drag is you. You're holding on to this handle and fighting the fish. And if you need to let line out, instead of a star drag letting it out, you're backpedaling the reel. And then when you think you've had enough or you've got the better of the fish, you go forward. The wooden knob would tend to say 1940s or earlier. After the war, most of the folks switched over to a plastic, a Bakelite, or some other type of material, metal knobs. But we'll see. I haven't done one of these. We'll do a Golden West for Scott, show you all how to do it. Well, he's been out there looking around then. Here's a Pfluger Seaview. And you can see some of the changes between the earlier model, the Golden West, no drag system, kind of a straight up bearing cap on the back. Well, now we have probably what's taken us a whole lot more in terms of technology. Probably a later reel. I'm going to have to go back and again check. Bigger handle here. Star adjuster. So now you don't backpedal the reel. The reel will stop with an anti-reverse. And any play that the fish may have is adjusted by your star drag. Again, you check everything, make sure it works. It works, but there's a little click, click, click going on in there. And then we have this in the back here, which is a thumbing device. And it's a way to adjust the speed of the spool. So it's a mechanical thumber. There you go. Well, if you ever wondered if there was such a thing as a mechanical thumber, there is. You would release the spool this way. You would tighten it this way so you don't have to thumb with your educated thumb to get it right. All right, so we just saw the Olympic gold. Now we're seeing the Daiwa GS2. This was the predecessor to the BG series. This is a very nice reel. I notice he's missing the screw on this side. That kind of makes it tough to fish this reel. Interestingly enough, I just went through this with Bass over in the Netherlands. He was missing that screw. Had to go order one. It was like an $11 screw. Crazy. We'll see if we can find one for Scott. All right, moving right along here. This is another Ocean City, I believe. No, it's an Ocean City made reel, but it's the Sport King. And I think the Sport King, if I remember, was the brand for Montgomery Ward's. But this is clearly an Ocean City. It's in the 9XX series. I think I have one here that's a Ocean City version. Yeah, so here's the Ocean City 949. Kind of put them back together side by side. The plate is a little bit different, but other than that, it's clearly Ocean City all the way around. And, well, if I have a chance, maybe we'll do a video on this one. This one spins nice. You can fish this one forever. It's a good casting reel. It's a inshore reel or a deep lake reel. I'll tell you what, they're hard to beat. Well, he's still got a few more in here. By the knob, I'm seeing that this is a pen reel. This is the Penn Monofill 25. If it looks just like a Penn Jig Master, a Beach Master, the 155, it is basically. They just changed the reel a little bit. The clue here is monofill. This is the 1960s. Monofilament was becoming a more prevalent line versus the braided lines that were earlier. And well, the monofill, the idea was to set it up for monofilament use. This one has the plastic spool. That plastic spool was very good for casting. You can see how easy that spins. And when it spins like that, you can throw the line a long way. So we may or may not do that one. If we have a chance, we certainly will try to do that. And here's another one now. So this is the 985 Ocean City reel. I guess there must have been a special out on the West Coast on Ocean Cities. But this one doesn't have drags at the moment. It may just be that it's not tightened. There you go. All right. Well, a lot of greening. We've talked a little bit about corrosion. I've got an awful lot of folks that have suggested all kinds of things. I did a video on one for a while there. You can use mechanical cleaners like steel wool and metal polish. You can use some liquid cleaners. Flitz makes a good metal pre-clean. You can use vinegar. I've seen folks that have just put it into a pail with some vinegar and let the citric acid kind of eat into it. Toilet bowl cleaner is a radical approach. It has hydrochloric acid in it, so you probably want to stay away from that because you're going to lose any chrome that's kind of flaking like this. That would turn all of this kind of a pure bronze. But we'll see what we can do with that. So Scott again has provided us with a lot of reels that are very interesting reels found at the West Coast flea markets in the Los Angeles area. And we'll get around to doing a lot of these. And again, if you do want to see these as videos, then please leave it in the comments section. Say you'd like to see this particular one as a video. I'll try and do my best to accommodate you with those videos and show you how to service the reel, again, so that you can do it yourself. If you like the video, please like it. If you want to see more, again, please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, use that notification button. That's going to tell you when I'm posting these videos that you would want to see, and that'll be helpful to you in terms of the alerts. So for all of our first responders and essential personnel, thank you for everything it is that you've been doing to keep us safe. We appreciate all of your efforts, and to everyone, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.